How do you know that your wife is going to leave you? How do you know that your wife is going to separate from you and probably in a month or two she is going to apply for divorce? That's the focus of this video. In this video, I'm going to talk about the 5 signs that you got to look out for if you are going through a miserable marriage. And towards the end, I'll give you 1 or 2 indicators on what can you do to bring back love into your relationship. So continue watching this video. Hi, Val here. I help men to create an amazing marriage. I help husbands who are together with their wife to bring back love into their relationship. I help husbands who are separated and they want to get their wife back, probably after separation, probably even after their wife applying for divorce. I help them to get their wife back by learning relationship science and bringing back love into their relationship. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about the 5 signs that will tell you that whether your wife is going to leave you soon or not. And then I'm going to give you some tips on what can you do. And before I get into it, before I talk about these 5 signs, I want to say a quick disclaimer. Here's a quick disclaimer. This video is for people who want to get love back into their relationship. It is not for people who want to find out who is right, who is wrong, who needs to change. This video is not for them. It is for people who have the open mindset and who want to learn. So if you are somebody who has the open mindset and you're really interested in learning, then I invite you to continue watching this video. So the first thing is silence. And let me explain what do I mean by silence. What happens is, when a couple gets married, you have everything perfect, everything is going great, and that's called the romance stage. And then you start something called, then the second stage is called the power struggle stage. You start fighting, you start arguing in the relationship. And when you start arguing in the relationship, basic thing is, I want to be understood, I want to be cared for, and the other person is not caring me, taking care of me, and we're trying to get what we want. But that's not relationships work. You cannot get what you want by asking for it. But nobody has taught us that. So we go round and round in power struggle stage. So when we are going round and round in power struggle stage, we are having more and more fights. And then come to a stage where we stop fighting. And there's a saying, right? The calm before the storm. That calm, that is, we are not fighting, is very dangerous. Because when you stop fighting, and fighting is also not healthy, the point is, when you stop communicating, at least in fights you're communicating with each other. Now you're not communicating with each other, and that means that there are a lot of assumptions, thoughts that are going through the other person's mind, and the other person is judging you based on your behavior, because we are not talking about it. And I am judging my wife because every action has equal and opposite reaction. So if your relationship has gone really silent, you're hardly talking to each other, that means probably it is one of the signs that your marriage is moving towards separation. Probably 2-3 months down the line, you're going to have a divorce. So the first thing is silence. Let's look at the second thing, second sign that will show that probably your marriage is heading towards divorce and separation, and that is obsession. Obsession. And let me dive deep into explaining what do I mean by obsession. Obsession is, your wife is obsessed with something apart from your marriage, something apart from your relationship. Probably she is obsessed with her work. She's always doing work. Probably she's obsessed with cooking. Probably she's obsessed with taking care of the house. Probably she's obsessed with the child or the children you guys have. Probably she's obsessed with a friend of ours. It doesn't have to be male or female, doesn't matter. But she's obsessed with somebody outside your marriage. And that's an indicator that she is not enjoying, or she can be obsessed with phone. That's one more. She can be obsessed with addiction of One of the most common addiction is shopping. They're called shopaholics. Now, if you find your wife is obsessed with any of these things, it shows that she's getting a energy, all right, or strength, or the fuel for our living is not from your marriage, not from the love that you have within your relationship. She's getting that energy and fuel from something else, something else that is outside the marriage. So it could be child, it could be her own family, it could be the phone, it could be a friend she has, male or female, really doesn't matter. It could be the work. So this is the second sign. Now, before we go into the third sign, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead, subscribe to this channel. If you're liking this video so far, press on that like button, press on that notification button as well, the bell button as well, because every week I put up a video and I would like you to see this video first. So if you have not signed up, subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. So let's go to the next sign. How do you know that probably your marriage is heading towards separation or divorce? How do you know that your wife is going to leave you? The third thing is the lack of physical intimacy. You are not physically connected. And when I'm talking about physical intimacy, I'm not talking about sex alone. There are 101 ways to be physically intimate. Once you are married, after some time, the intensity of having sex goes down. That is normal. But the point is, you're not physically intimate. You could be having sex probably once a week, and that doesn't mean that you're physically intimate. When I'm talking about physically intimate or physical intimacy, is you're touching each other, you're holding hands, you're giving hugs to each other, you're putting your hand on your wife's shoulder, she's putting her hand on your shoulder. If not outside because there are children around, if the parents are around, at least in the bedroom you're physically intimate, not only for the for the sake of sex, but without the intention of having sex. So the third sign that could show that you're heading towards divorce, or your wife is going to leave you, is that physical intimacy. You might be having sex once in a while, but you're not physically intimate. After sex, you're not holding hands, holding each other. Now that could be one of the signs. The next one is the fourth sign that you could be moving towards divorce or separation. Separation and divorce is there is no laughter or smile in your house. This is one of the big indicators of how do you know that you're moving towards separation or divorce. There is no smile, there is no laughter. When you recall now, when was the last time you smiled at your wife? When was the last time she smiled at you? You just don't remember. But when she's talking to somebody else, there is laughter, there is smile, she's joking, she's complimenting, all that is happening. But when it comes to talking to you, let's say she's on the phone, or let's say you're talking to each other, or you're in the same house and there's a phone call and she's very serious, and then there's a phone call that comes. And suddenly her mood changes from being gloomy, sad, serious to like she's laughing and joking and smiling. Now that is one more indicator that probably the love that was there in your relationship is dying off. And when the love dies off, smile and laughter, the absence of smile and laughter is one of the indicators of this. So the next thing is the thing I spoke about. The fourth one is no laughter or smile in your relationship. And the fifth one is an important one, is you stop sharing information. In other words, your wife stops sharing information apart from the information that you need. Like for example, only logistical things. She might tell you that teacher parent meeting is on, so one of us have to go. Now that is logistics. This is about teacher parent meeting of your child. Let's say she might tell you that the gas is over, we got to book it, the insurance is going to expire, we got to we got to do the premium. So she is going to talk about the logistical things, but she will not tell you what happened in our office. which actually she doesn't have to share with you, but she's not share, like actually she doesn't have to share for the life to continue. With the gas, with the teacher parent, she has to. So when you notice that she's only sharing the basic information that you need to know, then you understand that there is something that is going wrong. You understand that there is no connection that is there. She doesn't feel safe in your presence, or she doesn't feel, and when I say safe, I'm not talking about physical safety, I'm talking about emotional safety. So she might not be feeling emotionally safe in your presence. Now, what can you do about all this? One of the things you can do is start learning relationship science, because there is no advice in the world that can change your marriage or transform your marriage, because every relationship is different and nobody knows what really happened in your marriage except you. And when you start learning relationship science, this relationship science, the formula that you learn in relationship science, will hold a mirror where you can see yourself and really understand what went wrong, what are the things you got to change, and how do you move from power struggle to mature love stage. If you are right now at this very moment, we have 250 plus men from across the country learning this relationship science, understanding what really happens in a marriage, understanding what they need to change. And the beauty of learning relationship science is just like any other science, like for example physics. Like in physics we have these laws, the principles. The same way relationship science also has its laws and principles. And one of the laws that from the area of physics that applies to relationships as well is every action has equal and opposite reaction. So when you start changing your action, that's the beauty about relationship science. When you start changing your action in a systematic way, your wife's reaction changes. We have so many men who are together with their wife, but there is absolutely no love, and they want to bring back love, and they're learning this relationship science and they're transforming their marriage every day. We have men, you can read, you can watch their success stories on even on our YouTube channel. Just look for Valerian Sequeira and look for the playlist success stories, and you'll find videos of men who have transformed their marriage from the verge of divorce, from the verge of separation. So if you are interested in joining this community of we call ourselves as Awesome Husbands Hub. If you're interested in joining this amazing community, which is totally confidential, nobody in the world needs to know, exclusively for the men, then I invite you to attend a very special masterclass that I'm doing every week. It is called 3 Secrets to Win Her Love Back. All that you have to do is go to coachval, coachval.co and sign up for this masterclass. So before we end, a couple of important things. I want you to go through the description and you'll find 2 or 3 links. I want you to click on those links and stay connected with me, because every week I put new content which will help you to get your wife back if you're separated. It will help you to reconnect with your wife if you're together but without any love. If your wife has applied for divorce, what do? I put up a lot of things that can help you. So go to the description and do the needful. The other thing is attend one of my live masterclasses. So before we leave, I'm going to put up this mind map once again and look at these 5 things: the silence, obsession, lack of physical intimacy, no laughter and smile, not sharing information. Now, if you're together and things are not going great, I want you to write in the comment section what are probably 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, even all 5 signs that you see in your marriage, and that what is the action that you're going to take. And if you are separated and you're trying to get back, again, I want you to go to the comment section and write down what are some of the signs that you saw at the moment of separation, but you did not realize it. And that's why things have gone where they have gone. So I want you to go through this list and write down the things that resonate with you. So that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching this. Once again, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead, subscribe, press that bell icon, click on the like button, And until we connect again, keep your love story alive. Take care and bye bye.